Animals have incredible instincts. This injured mama bear brought her dying cub to this man. Then, he did something unbelievable. It was time to pack up his fishing gear. Sean was returning home, but he never expected what awaited him on his way down. Frustrated, Sean just wanted to get home as quickly as possible. The fishing had not gone well at all. The river streams were very strong, and his lines kept getting caught in rocks and debris. It was annoying, and he just wanted to get back to his cabin. So instead of walking along the regular trail, he took a shortcut through the bushes. That was when he got one of the biggest frights of his life. He had just turned a corner when suddenly a massive black bear was right in front of him. The bear was so close, he could see her nose move as she breathed. In order to maintain composure, he focused on the right ways to respond when confronted with a bear. He instinctively raised his arms, making himself look bigger, in an attempt to appear more intimidating and less like prey. But he didn't make a lot of noise, as bears might interpret such noises as threats or signs of aggression. She got on her back legs and smelled him. She was seriously close. It was terrifying. But he just tried to remember that a standing bear is normally more curious and not a bear getting ready to attack. But then she sat down and whined. He moved away and was just leaving, but her moans of agony forced him to turn around. That was when he realized that the bear's side had a bunch of cuts with blood coming onto her fur. Her front paw also seemed injured. This could make the situation even more dangerous. But instead of looking like a threat, she just looked defeated and miserable. That made Sean think of something. Earlier in the morning, he had walked past a mother bear and baby playing next to the river. He didn't disturb them, but it was the best part of his day for sure. This was likely the same bear. But what had happened for her to get injured? And where was the baby? That thought made Sean jump into action. He had a hunch that he had to make sure of. He ran to the river as fast as he could, the bear following him. It should have been scary to have a bear at your feet, but somehow it felt like they were working together instead of Sean being in danger. It was very weird. But Sean quickly scanned the river, but he saw no baby bear at all. Then, suddenly, he saw a dark head pop out of the water. He kept his eyes focused on the area. On the same spot, the baby bear's head popped up again. It looked like he was holding on to some rocks. But the water kept flowing over him. He wouldn't be able to hold on for much longer. His mama bear had probably tried to save him and got injured herself. Knowing she wasn't going to reach him on time, she went to look for help and found Sean. There was no way that Sean was going to allow the bear cub to drown right in front of him. But after being in the water himself earlier in the day, he knew just how strong the streams were. If he went in without being prepared, he was just going to drown too. He needed a plan. He quickly got his fishing gear and the rope that held his fishing basket trap. He tied the rope around himself, leaving a long piece in front of him. Then, he tied the other end to a tree next to the river. Without giving himself time to think, he jumped right into the water. The current in this part of the river was even stronger than he thought. With all of his strength, Sean swam towards the rocks where he last saw the cub. Sean's experience as a Navy SEAL came in handy because a weaker swimmer would not make it. He got closer to some of the rocks and then held on to see exactly where the cub was. For a moment, all he could hear was the growling and moaning noises of the mother bear on shore. Desperately pacing back and forth, the mother bear seemed extremely worried. But she knew better than to venture into the raging water again. All her hopes of getting back her cub rested on this strange man whom she had coincidentally met.